This clip of Idi Amin, the former Ugandan head of state, laughing on a boat has become a popular meme. However, the true context behind this clip is deeply unsettling, especially when considering the horrific acts committed by Amin during his rule. In 1974, this dictator was featured in a documentary where he was questioned about a past remark relating to the Holocaust. Rather than responding directly, Amin erupted into a chilling, maniacal laughter. This laughter takes on a sinister tone when you learn about the atrocities he committed while in power. Idi Amin's reign in Uganda from 1971 to 1979 was marked by widespread terror. He was responsible for the brutal torture and killing of up to 500,000 people. His regime targeted specific ethnic groups, political opponents, and anyone he perceived as a threat. Amin's methods were barbaric. Victims were often tortured, their bodies mutilated, and some were forced to kill their own family members. Reports from that era describe how Amin's soldiers carried out mass executions, sometimes dumping bodies into the Nile River. Prisons under Amin were places of extreme torture and suffering. There were also accounts of Amin personally participating in some of the killings. Not surprisingly, Amin's rule was characterized by rampant human rights abuses. His regime plunged the country into economic chaos and left a legacy of fear and trauma. For those who didn't know the story, it was a classic meme to send your friends. For those who know, it's a stark reminder of the cruelty and inhumanity that marked his dictatorship. In November of 2011, a tragic event unfolded at the Quakers Hill nursing home in Sydney, Australia. The facility was devastated by fire. The press swarmed the scene as the fire services battled the inferno, reporting on the tragedy and interviewing those involved. Among them was Roger Dean, a nurse at the nursing home. Dean spoke to the media, claiming he had to try to rescue people from the blazing building.
I'm Roger, I'm one of the nurses, and there was a fire, and I just quickly did what I can, get everyone out.
However, he left out a crucial and shocking detail. He was the one who had started the fire. The truth behind this horrific act was even more disturbing. Dean had stolen painkillers from the nursing home and, in a desperate attempt to conceal his theft, he set the building ablaze. The fire that Dean ignited rapidly destroyed the nursing home, claiming the lives of elderly residents. Eventually, the grim reality of Dean's actions came to light. He was arrested and faced justice for his unthinkable crime.
It was like Satan saying to me that it's the right thing.
In court, Dean admitted his guilt, pleading guilty to 11 counts of murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. A pool party for Russian Instagram influencer Yekaterina Didenko turned into a nightmare, marking her 29th birthday with a horrific tragedy. The event occurred at a pool complex where someone decided to add blocks of dry ice to the water, aiming to cool it down and create a visually striking effect. This moment was captured on video and shared on social media, showing guests excitedly jumping into the misty, steam-covered pool. However, the use of dry ice, essentially frozen carbon dioxide, had unforeseen and deadly consequences. As the dry ice sublimated, it released a large amount of carbon dioxide gas, quickly saturating the air around the pool. This sudden increase in carbon dioxide levels in the air led to a rapid decrease in oxygen, creating a highly dangerous environment for the people inside. The lack of oxygen caused severe breathing problems among the guests. Many started to choke and struggle for air, with some losing consciousness due to the asphyxiating conditions. Amid the chaos and confusion, 3 people tragically lost their lives.
Ёб твою налево! Он умер! Все, его нет больше! День рождения в коридорах! Я была в шоке! Да блин, что происходит?
Among the victims was Didenko's own husband, Valentin, who was there to celebrate with her. What began as a festive occasion ended in a devastating loss, leaving a lasting impact on the lives of those involved and their loved ones. The YouTube channel Boots Made for Crushing started with a simple, if odd idea, videos of Boots crushing different objects. At first it was just things like cans or toys, and people watched these videos for a bit of strange entertainment. But then things took a dark turn. The original channel had a link to Tumblr where Boots kept his secret content. The content was unlisted and only available to those with the link, and you can see why. The channel had videos where they crushed living animals instead of inanimate objects. This shocking change upset a lot of people. Animal lovers and many others were horrified and angry. People started to complain and report the channel. This wasn't just a bad choice for content, it was against the law. Eventually, however, said law caught up with the person running Boots Made for Crushing. The channel got shut down and the person faced severe consequences for their actions. In July of 2016, the internet buzzed with a mystery surrounding popular YouTuber Marina Joy. Known for her emo style and makeup tutorials, Joyce uploaded a video that struck many as odd. The video was supposed to be a simple ad for her fashion brand, but viewers noticed something unsettling about Joyce's behavior. She seemed unnatural, kept glancing away from the camera, and at one point it looked like someone was directing her off camera.
This is the clothing company that I'm advertising, and this is the dress that I'm wearing.
Some fans even thought they heard her whisper, "Help me." This led to wild speculation and conspiracy theories. People started analyzing the video, looking for clues. The most bizarre theory suggested that she'd been kidnapped by ISIS. This hashtag #SaveMarinaJoyce went viral and the story blew up. Then things got even stranger. Joyce invited fans to an event in London which fueled the kidnapping theories even more. Some believed it was a trap set by ISIS. The police checked on her and confirmed that she was safe, but the rumors didn't stop. During this madness, Joyce's YouTube channel saw a huge spike in views, around 50 million across her videos. Big YouTubers jumped on the story, discussing every detail, but Joyce didn't say much about it at the time. The mystery eventually faded, but in 2019, Joyce was in the headlines again when she disappeared for 10 days. She was found safe, but with no clear explanation. Finally, in December of 2022, Joyce opened up in a video. She explained that she hadn't gone missing, her parents were just worried about her. She admitted that her odd behavior in 2016 was due to partying and going down a, quote, dark path. She also talked about exploring spiritual concepts, dealing with mental health issues, and a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis, which she claimed was cured by the Hare Krishna movement and cannabis. She assured her fans that she was now much happier. Important disclaimer, guys, there's no known cure for MS. Treatments like cannabis can help with symptoms. Marina Joyce's story is a reminder of how quickly internet speculation can spiral out of control and how little we often know about the personal struggles of public figures. In 2003, a terrible fire broke out at the Station Nightclub in Rhode Island during a rock concert. What makes this tragedy stand out is a video that captures the whole thing. A local TV station cameraman was there to report on safety in nightclubs. Ironically, he ended up filming the fire from the start. The video shows the band Great White beginning their show, then suddenly the stage's fireworks set the club's walls on fire. The flames spread super fast, and you can see the smoke and fire taking over the room. The video is scary because it's so real. You can see people getting scared and trying to rush out, but the main door got jammed with the crowd, trapping many inside. It's a hard video to watch because it shows just how quickly everything turned into chaos and how dangerous the fire was. Station Nightclub fire became one of the saddest and deadliest nightclub fires in US history, taking 100 lives and injuring over 200 people. This video wasn't just a recording of a sad event, it became very important afterward. It was used to figure out what went wrong and to show how important it is to have good safety rules in places like nightclubs. Because of what happened to the Station nightclub and what was seen in the video, laws and safety standards for nightclubs got a lot better all over the country. Tommy Cooper was a beloved British comedian and magician known for his distinctive fez and unique blend of comedy and magic. Cooper was performing on the variety show Live from Her Majesty's broadcast live on ITV. In the middle of his act, Cooper suddenly collapsed. The audience, used to his slapstick style, initially thought it was a joke, part of his quirky and unpredictable humor. Laughter filled the theater as people expected him to get back up and continue with his act. But this time, it wasn't part of the show. Cooper had suffered a massive heart attack on stage. The realization that this was not a joke slowly dawned on the audience and the crew. As the gravity of the situation became clear, the show's producers quickly cut to a commercial break and medical assistance was called. Unfortunately, Cooper was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. The fact that Cooper died on live TV made his passing even more shocking and surreal. It was a bizarre, almost unbelievable end for a man who'd spent his career fooling and amusing his audience. His death on stage in front of a live audience remains one of the most unusual and tragic moments in the history of live TV performances. Trey Eric Cesler's story is a chilling and tragic case that shocked the community. Cesler was a popular YouTuber known as Mr. Anime who posted reviews and discussions about, well, you guessed it. However, his final video and the following events revealed a much darker reality.
Well, hi everybody, it's Mr. Anime here. This is just an update video to let you guys know that I'm going to reward myself with probably a 2 or 3 week break coming up here from YouTube videos, anime reviews in particular. I might do some blog stuff. I want to thank you guys a lot for sticking with me and watching the channel. I'll probably be putting out some blog videos, like I said, and I hope you enjoy those blog videos. I hope you definitely enjoy those.
For years, Cesler had been secretly planning a horrendous act. He intended to attack his local high school. He fantasized about taking the lives of 70 students. This plan was something he detailed and contemplated over a long period, but in a twisted turn of events, he never carried it out. Instead, in a horrific act of violence, Cesler killed his parents, his brother, and even their family pets. His reasoning for this was as disturbing as the act itself. He claimed he wanted to spare them the pain of knowing he was a school shooter. This misguided attempt to protect his family from future shame and guilt led to an ungraspable tragedy. After committing these murders, Cesler experienced a moment of realization. He described the act of killing as feeling too real, a stark confrontation with the gravity and brutality of his actions. This moment of clarity, however horrific and late, led him to abandon his plans for the school shooting. Cesler turned himself in to the authorities and was subsequently sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, a sentence he requested himself. He believed that he would always be a threat to the public and never wanted the chance to be released. The video titled 13 was published on the Lisa Holm channel. It was merely 10 seconds long and showed a countdown. The video didn't raise any immediate alarms, but it gained significance after a month when Lisa Holm, a 17-year-old Swedish teenager, mysteriously vanished, casting a shadow over what was initially an unremarkable piece of content. Lisa Holm was last seen in June after finishing her shift at a cafe in Bloomberg near Lidköping in western Sweden. Her disappearance triggered one of Sweden's largest missing person searches, capturing the nation's attention and concern. The community rallied together hoping for Lisa's safe return, but the story soon took a grim turn for the worse. The search ended in heartbreak when Lisa was found dead. The circumstances of her discovery were disturbing. She was partially naked, her mouth had been taped shut, and there were no signs of sexual assault. This chilling discovery intensified the mystery around her disappearance and death. The investigation led to the arrest of Nerujas Bilevikas, a 35-year-old Lithuanian man living in Bloomberg. He was eventually found guilty of murdering Lisa Holm. Forensic evidence played a crucial role in the conversation. Bilevikas' blood was found on Lisa's coat and on a piece of rope at the crime scene, and traces of his semen were discovered in the barn where Lisa was killed. Despite Bilevikas' denial of any involvement in the crime, the overwhelming evidence against him led to a life sentence. However, in Sweden, it's common for life sentences to be reduced after a number of years. Following any reduction in his sentence, Bilevikas is expected to be deported from the country. The court concluded that Lisa was murdered on June 7th in a barn in Bloomberg, and then her body moved a few kilometers away. The forensic examination indicated that she was killed through strangulation and hanging. Bilevikas' defense attorney, Inga Rönnback, mentioned that her client maintained his innocence and was considering an appeal. Was the video made by her killer, or was it an almost impossible coincidence? It remains a dark mystery. In May of 2015, a shocking story emerged from Michigan involving 46-year-old Martin Durham and his wife, Glenna. The couple was found in their home with gunshot wounds. Martin didn't survive and Glenna was seriously hurt. At first it looked like they were both victims of an attack, but the truth turned out to be much darker, and it was revealed by a parrot. Martin's parrot, Bud, started repeating what seemed to be Martin's last words after the incident. The eerie repetition captured on video hinted at a grim scenario. The police investigation found that Glenna and Martin had an argument that tragically ended with Glenna shooting Martin and then trying to take her own life. Bud the parrot's ability to mimic these final moments became key evidence. The bird's repeated phrases painted a picture of the events that led to Martin's death, contributing to the case against Glenna. In a strange twist of fate, a pet parrot became a witness in a murder case, helping to reveal the truth behind a tragic family incident. This tragic story revolves around an episode of The Jenny Jones Show, a popular talk show known for its often provocative and sensational topics. In 1995, Scott Amador was invited to participate in an episode of the show, which was themed around secret crushes. Amador, who was openly gay, revealed on the show that he'd had a crush on his friend Jonathan Schmitz. Schmitz, who was not openly gay, appeared surprised on the show, and the episode was filled with the typical talk show theatrics that aimed to maximize audience reaction.
I want you now to meet Donna and Scott. Now, Donna has been helping Scott pursue his secret crush on John. What, it's Scott that has the crush on you?
You lied to me.
Did you have any idea that he liked you this much?
No, I did not.
Can you tell us what your status is? Are you involved with anybody, or?
No, but I am definitely heterosexual, I guess you could say.
The episode was never aired, but the events that transpired afterward were shocking. On the morning of March 9th, Amador left a sexually suggestive note on Schmidt's apartment doorstep. In response, Schmitz purchased a 12-gauge shotgun, confronted Amador at his home, and fired 2 shots into Amador's chest. Schmitz called 911 to report the killing, and he was subsequently arrested.
Ma'am, I think I just got him in.
Okay, calm down, okay?
I shot this guy.
Okay, why did you do that?
Schmitz was found guilty of second-degree murder and sentenced to prison.
Said he's gay, but I'm not. He said he wouldn't leave me alone, that's why I did it. He said I went on the Jenny Jones show. I didn't know it was a guy, that's why I killed him.
Jenny Jones show ambushed this defendant with humiliation, and in retaliation, this defendant ambushed the victim with a shotgun.
Additionally, the case led to a legal battle against the producers of the Jenny Jones show. Amador's family sued the show for negligence, arguing that they'd irresponsibly provoked and ambushed Schmitz for the sake of entertainment without considering the potential consequences.
This is a renegade business. These are irresponsible people. These are people beholden, answerable to no one.
As much as we all regret what happened, the fact is that this tragedy is about the actions of one individual.
You used him as a source of entertainment, having no idea what his emotions would be for other people, didn't you?
No, that's not the way I see it. I don't use people on the show.
The court initially awarded the Amador family substantial damages, but this decision was later overturned on appeal. Rodney Alcala is a name that stands out in America's true crime stories. In 1978, Alcala appeared on the TV show The Dating Game and surprisingly won a date with a woman named Cheryl Bradshaw using his charm and somewhat bizarre humor. But Cheryl felt something was off about him and called him creepy, deciding not to go out with him. Another contestant on the show also said Alcala was a bizarre guy.
And welcome to The Dating Game, and here they are. Bachelor number one is a successful photographer who got his start when his father found him in the dark room at the age of 13. Please welcome Rodney Alcala. Rod, welcome. Here is a young lady with a wealth of experience. She once earned a living massaging feet. Welcome, if you will, sensational Cheryl Bradshaw. And we're going to start by having them say hello to you and see how they sound. Number one, would you say hello to Cheryl, please?
We're going to have a great time together, Cheryl.
Bachelor number one.
Yes?
What's your best time?
The best time is at night, nighttime.
Why do you say that?
Because that's the only time there is.
Well, I like bananas, so I'll take one.
Number one, Bachelor number one, all right. Rodney, come on and say hello. Congratulations, Rod.
What's really shocking is that Alcala turned out to be a serial killer who did horrible things to his victims, including assaulting and murdering them. He'd already murdered several people before he was on the TV show, and he didn't stop there. He continued to commit more murders afterwards. At least 8 people fell victim to his crimes, but some believe he could have hurt as many as 130 people. His crime spree finally ended when he was caught and sent to prison for life. He died in 2021 in a California state prison.